Last week, as we all saw, Skater of the Year was announced, and a lot of people have made videos saying that, oh, Nyjah should have won, or yeah, Tyshawn of course should have won. Of course Nyjah's not gonna win. But what if we look at it from a purely objective, analytical point of view, which is like, you know, not usually what you do in skateboarding, but it's okay, we're gonna do it anyway. What we're gonna do is, we are going to have Nyjah's Need That video part up against Tyshawn's The General video part. We're gonna count how many singles are in each of these videos and how many lines are in each of these videos. When I say lines, that's like tricks in a row, like if he hits a rail and skates a ledge in the same clip. And then when I say singles, it's like if he did one trick on a rail or one trick over something or whatever it is. We're also gonna talk about trick selection. How many tricks did Nyjah do that were tricks that have never been done, or Tyshawn do that are different tricks that have never been done, or repeat tricks? Are there clips that they got that are tricks that they already filmed on other spots, or are they doing a lot of different tricks on a lot of different spots? So we're gonna count them up, tally them up, and then we're gonna compare and see really who should have won SOTY. According to this very scientifical math study that I'm doing right now that is very highly regarded in skateboarding that I'm making up right now as we're doing it. So I'm going to use Nyjah's Need That part against Tyshawn's The General part. Nyjah's Need That video part is 12 minutes and 26 seconds long. Tyshawn's The General video part that came out on Thrasher is 4 minutes and 36 seconds long. Seems like Nyjah has a lot more footage, but we're gonna find out. All right, so let's start it off trick for trick. We're just looking at Tyshawn's first thing rolling in, intro, falls down on the street going too fast. Nyjah falls down an 18 rail. Nyjah's first line is the half cab crook into on that one rail. Tyshawn's first trick is the varial heel flip over the rail. So if you're starting a line off with two handrails back to back, that's a pretty intense line. So one line for Nyjah, one single for Tyshawn. One handrail and then over to nollie board slide on the 18 rail. Nyjah's second trick in his part is a line, again, another line. Tyshawn's second trick is a switch varial heel over a flat gap. So another single for Tyshawn. And here's Tyshawn's switch varial heel again. And then Tyshawn's other trick was a nollie hard flip over that. All right, this trick that Nyjah did then is a nose grind down like a 20 rail. Tyshawn, nollie hard flip over that black hubba in New York. A lot of the tricks and spots that Tyshawn is skating are all spots that I probably could do nothing on. I probably would go and not want to skate them because it's horrible ground and it's probably like street skating at like its most core, being that the ground is super rough as opposed to the perfect spots that also could be deadly if you were to miss that nose grind, because that's a lot of rail that you got to grind down still. All right, so let's look at Tyshawn's next clip. Huge nollie flip. Another thing about Tyshawn's clips, he's got a lot of style and a lot of pop. Nyjah, on the other hand, people always say Nyjah doesn't have style. That's not the case. Nyjah has a style. Obviously, you can't not have a style. It just is very well calculated. He's able to do everything that he does on rails perfect because he does them over and over again. So his style is more robotic, which is the thing that a lot of people say they don't like. Sick, because he just looks so concrete and perfect on a rail. Crook on very long rail. Tyshawn front blunt the San Francisco super tall ledge. Nyjah that was a pop shove at nose grind. I've watched these video parts a couple times. Tyshawn's next trick, oh, he did a 180. Okay, I guess that kind of counts as a line. I'm not going to show myself taking a tally every time. I'm keeping count of tricks in between tricks. Tyshawn's next trick is another line, which is nollie flip up the curb, fat tray flip. It looks like, I think this is LA or something. And a big back 180, very big. It looks like a very tall gap. Nyjah's next line is a back nose grind on a pretty tall looking picnic table, and a front blunt down a rail that looks like if you were to land and go straight, you would just hit a wall. So that's pretty sketch looking. Switch big heel into this bank. Now, I've seen Dan Corrigan talk about this bank in this spot. I think he went here, and he was talking about how crusty everything is about this spot. And if something looks crusty, it's probably a lot crustier in person. Now, this spot, nice front board on a handicap rail, and then a front crook popover to the other side of the rail, which actually made that line a lot sicker. I guarantee that spot's a little bit sketchier to skate than what it looks like, but I gotta give it to Tyshawn on this clip for this clip. Cool looking. Okay, tray flip into the, I think it's San Francisco, right? Tray flip into the San Francisco bank that's like on those giant, oh, and nollie heel into it. Dang. All right, we'll do two of Nyjah's clips. Oh, Nyjah's skating a bank into a bank off a roof. Well, off a roof, into a roof, off a roof. And second line, this line, feeble, and then backsmith back 180 on like 2 gnarly handrails back to back. I still think that these clips are sicker just because the craziness of it. That half cab flip was pretty sick. This switch tail fakey frontside flip down another set. So if we're comparing like that line, I guess you could say, to, we'll watch another one of these clips from Tyshawn's part. Nollie flip back 5-0. I mean, that is obviously a very crazy good trick. But when Nyjah's doing a switch tail slide down one handrail and then a fakey frontside flip down a set right after the handrail, I think that's kind of takes precedent over those two tricks. And that, which I don't even know what to call that. Fakey front 180 5-0. Fakey front 180 5-0 back to regular on a handrail is what that would be called. If you know what that's called, leave it in the comments down below. I want to know. I don't know what that's called. Yeah, Tyshawn's nollie flip back 5-0. The thing about that is that, like, I know that that's hard to do, but when I'm looking at this, I don't even know what to call these tricks. It kind of is hard to decide between the two. Nyjah also did switch heel 50-50 on that same rail, which is better for me to realize what the hell he was doing. So let's look at Tyshawn's next trick. Now, he did a back heel over a huge rail, and Atiba's sitting there getting photos looking fresh in that nice yellow jacket. Nyjah, on the other hand, just sacked a rail. But then he overcrooked that. Look at that. Oh my God. Like, the things about these two parts, comparing them, is that you have, you know, something that just looks cool in comparison to something that looks impossible. And that's kind of just like where I fall with it. Like, I like watching this, but these tricks over here look impossible. Next trick, half cab 5-0 180, another half cab back tail back to fakey. All right, what's Tyshawn's next tricks? A fakey hard flip on a very long flat gap. Tyshawn's next clip is a nollie backside flip over another handicap rail. It looks sick, like he just got steez on him style. Nyjah has a line, a kickflip front blunt on the bump to the back of a bleacher, then nollie half cab heel switch crook. A line that in itself on just 2 benches back to back would have been fine, it would have been great, but because he's honestly just progressing skateboarding in this part by being like, I'm gonna do 2 very tech tricks on a bump to back of a bleacher. All right, let's see Tyshawn's next clip. Let's compare these next clip for clip, okay? Oh, that switchback heel over that rail was sick. Look at the ground though. That's the thing too, is that he's skating these most sketch looking spots. I could see why people are hyped on it, because like that does not look fun to skate. Nyjah's doing big spin board, switch heel front 5-0. Okay, all right, this next clip, 50-50 to sack, okay? Tyshawn sacking rails too, and then 50-50 the rail. That just looks like a sketch spot. Switch frontside flip down this 12 stair that is pretty tall. Tyshawn's tall, and that looked like about as tall or a little bit taller than he is. So you know that that's like a fat set of stairs. Straight flip down that set. Nice little nose bonk. You know what? There's a Christmas tree in the background of this. So that means this was probably filmed last December. So we're not gonna count this line. All right, we'll do this line. Back lip to switch heel frontside board slide. That's like a 9 rail? What is that? 10 stair handrail. Doing it on a 10 or 11 stair handrail in a line, which granted the first trick of the line wasn't really crazy. It was a backlip fakie just to get him to turn around to land switch again. But still, after the frontside flip. Oh, there's that half cab heel. Nyjah has this handicap rail that he skated too, actually. I like that a lot. Oh, this was the sickest clip from his part, I think. Front nose, nollie heel, because he caught it with 1 foot and then stomped his back foot onto it. Tyshawn's next clip, back nose blunt. Yep. On the spot that he did the front blunt on earlier in the part. So back nose blunts are like my favorite trick. So that was really steezy. All right, let's look at Nyjah's next clip. Crooked grind, nollie heel over the rail, which if you are skating a rail and you do crook nollie heel, there's 2 ways to do it. You can do a crook nollie heel at the end of the rail, which is like kind of how I've done it, where it's kind of like cheating. You're not doing like a nollie heel, it's more of a pressure flip. If you're doing a crook nollie heel over the rail, like transferring from the middle over the rail, then you are making that board actually do the nollie heel flip. Whoa, hold on a second. I remember what that clip is. Let's look at Tyshawn's clip real quick. So in comparing like flip outs of rails to a switchback nose grind down a rail, he touched his truck though. I wish he did it one more time. Let's look at Nyjah's next trick. Half cab crook frontside heel flip out. Wait, this clip is like the weakest clip in Nyjah's part. But at the same time, it is raining in this in this clip right here. You know, you ever try to get a clip in the rain, it's like adds a whole nother level of like cool to the clip. And this is Tyshawn's switch ollie over a straight table, which no one's ever done that. That was insane. Which people like said oh the angle, the way he filmed it, he clipped it. Like there's no way he clipped it. You guys are ridiculous. Look at this. No. Definitely didn't clip it. He did it again anyways, just like on Instagram or something like that. Nyjah's next clip is, this line. Nollie back heel, fakie flip, and then he went over to do, what is this? So it's a fakie 5-0, because if you look at this clip just like that, it looks like he's doing a front crook, like if you just look at the photo. But he started in a fakie ollie. All right, let's look at Tyshawn's next clip. Oh, this was crazy. He backside flipped up a gap that a lot of people skated down before. Nyjah's next clip, half cab flip nose slide down a, 9-stair rail? Down a 9-stair rail. Here's the thing though, that was Tyshawn's last clip of his The General part on Thrasher. We are about maybe a quarter of the way through Nyjah's Need That video part from Nike. In total, The General has one sequence of tricks in a line, and it has 21 singles. 21 singles in one line. Giving all of the clips for The General, 22 clips made up his entire video part. And we are a quarter through one of Nyjah's video parts. So let's find another video part. Tyshawn's one video part doesn't have enough clips to compare to Nyjah's one video part. So we're gonna use another video part from Tyshawn to help compare to Nyjah's Need That part. This is the Supreme video. Tyshawn ended the Supreme video with his video part, and it started with a lot of lines over some trash cans in New York on the street. From what I've heard, and I don't remember when I was there, these trash cans are very high and like super hard to pop over, and the fact that he's doing nollie half cab heel over one, or half cab heel over one and nollie half cab heel over another one in a line is pretty damn awesome. So Tyshawn's next line, a straight heel flip over one trash can that is probably like 3.5 feet tall, and a front 3 over the second trash can. Jesus Christ. All right, Nyjah's next clip. Oh, this line, the front nose, big spin, fakie shove. Couple switch pushes. This is over in Koreatown in Los Angeles too. Switch front heel down the set afterwards. That's a pretty wild line. Tyshawn, on the other hand, got a switch heel over the trash can. All right, let's look at Nyjah's next clip. Death. His next clip was, he almost died. To big spin front board down this really big handrail. I've seen that rail and I was like, nobody's gonna skate that. Tyshawn's next clip, little ollie, little firecracker, little thing. That's insane that he's straight nollie heeled over one of those trash cans. All right, Nyjah's next clip, crooked grind into 50-50. To put it into perspective, Dylan Reeder's last trick, he 50'd that rail and it was so sick. And Nyjah just did a crook, popped into a 50-50 at the end of the rail. His next clip is a backside flip over his motorcycle and then switch bomb down a hill. Tyshawn's next clip, more trash cans, switch front 180. Nollie hard flip. See, that's the thing too. Tyshawn did do a lot of nollie hard flips like this year. And that's kind of like, you know, you're doing your go-tos a lot of the time. And it looks sick because like you just look sick skating, like period. But I want to see more variety of trick selection. So straight nollie over one trash can and then straight nollie inward heel over the second one. All right, this next sequence of tricks from Nyjah is a full cab lip down a handrail to a switch heel down another rail. Damn, it looks like he's hauling ass too. Nollie heel back lip on one rail to switch frontside flip down over that other rail. Look how fast he's going. It looks like he's going fast, but then again, those little Nike shirts are pretty like loose, so they probably like flail in the wind pretty easily. But however, that's definitely still like a really beefy line that any one of those tricks on their own could be their own singles. Jesus Christ, dude. Nyjah's stacking so many lines on so many singles. Next, fakie front 180 over the trash can. See, the thing about this whole section too is that it kind of reminds me of Brian Herman's beginning of his America part where he skated like picnic tables. And Tyshawn's next clip, okay, so this is at that spot again. Nollie varial flip into the bank. This is the same bank that he did switch big heel into in the other video, in his the general video part. So now let's look at a clip from Nyjah. Oh, I've been to this. This thing doesn't look like people should skate it, but people still do get clips on that thing. That thing's like scary looking. Like fakie pop shove it nose grind on that thing is no joke. Tyshawn getting some wet clips. Hard flip over the rail that he did back, switch back heel over. Here's the thing too. I've noticed that when Nyjah has like multiple clips on a spot, it never seems like he left that day and came back to get a clip. It seems like he did all the clips that he wanted to get at that spot that day. Like his outfit didn't change and it seems like it's the same day. But Tyshawn looks like he went back to the same spots to get more tricks, which is still sick. It's kind of something to think about when you think about like you're winning skater of the year, skating the same spots all year in comparison to skating a lot of different spots and having a wider trick selection because you've been just doing a lot of different tricks. Here's the 50-50. And you could see him like wobble because it's a square rail, so you can't like be straight like flat on it because it'll start wobbling. Nyjah, ooh, it was a line. Okay, this nose grind to fakie on that rail, that doesn't look like. Okay, and Tyshawn's next clip, straight heel flip over that barrier. That's sick. Oh, damn. Just throw your board into a security guard's chest. This is my favorite switch heel from him in his part. I think like when we see Nyjah pop onto a smaller rail or if it's a taller rail, it looks the same. The way he's set up and the way he does it looks the same. When we see Tyshawn pop onto up a curb or up onto something, it's more dramatic. Like there's more, like there's more going on with him when he does it, which is probably why a lot of people mess with Tyshawn's clips a lot more than Nyjah's clips, because Nyjah's clips are just like perfect. This Smith grind is so sick. That's all I gotta say about that Smith grind. So in comparison to Smith grind to a overcrook on a bump to rail, I think that Smith grind gotta take it. Oh, this nose blunt up that ledge. All right, now let's see what Nyjah did for the next clip. Switch heel, fakie manual, fakie vero flip. I'm not expecting to see Nyjah do a manual trick in the middle of his Nike part. However, I am expecting to see Tyshawn do a nose blunt on a very high ledge. Nose blunt or manual trick? Leave a comment if it's nose blunt or manual trick. It's varial flip over this super sketchy, crusty looking spot. Tyshawn, see, this is impressive because, I mean, yeah, it is an ollie over a trash can, but I don't think anybody's ever ollied from flat over one of these trash cans. That trash can's like super tall into the bank that people usually use to get over the trash can. I've never seen anybody do a fakie big spin back lip down a handrail. A different day, a different outfit. Seems like a different time of the day as well. And nollie 360 flip into that. All right, now Nyjah's over here. Had to have, oh no, switch, or no, kickflip front 50 and kickflip front nose, same day, same outfit. It looked like they were like the same time. Look where the shadow is. Like it's the same, the shadow's in the same spot. Where he lands on the shadow pretty much, and he lands right there on the shadow again. So that's definitely the same clip, the same day, unless I doubt that he planned his outfit and the time that he went so the shadows lined up, but he definitely banged those two tricks out like back to back. Tyshawn has been to this spot multiple times in a bunch of his video parts and got different tricks. Get a homegirl some daps and move on. All right. Wait, is that the, oh, that's the end of that. You've probably seen the rest of Nyjah's part. That was Tyshawn's Kingdom part. We went through all three of his video parts in comparing the tricks back and forth between Nyjah's video part and Tyshawn's video part. Tyshawn's Kingdom video part has one line in it and a total of 9 singles, giving him a grand total in his Kingdom video part of 10 tricks. 10 tricks. He has 10 tricks. We are a little bit over halfway through Nyjah's Nike Need That part. And Tyshawn's 3 video parts from last year has a grand total of 46 clips. Now, you've probably seen Nyjah's video part, so I'm not gonna bore you with going through it with you, but he obviously has clips in here that are insane, but there is one part in here that I wanna point out again about the same spot, but different tricks, but it being the same day. Here's the thing. Tyshawn's clips were spread out across different days on the same spot. Nyjah went to Clipper one day. He went there one day. I believe this was all one day. And he did switch heel tail slide down Clipper, then just kept the session going and did nollie heel back tail. And then as if that was not enough, got another clip, which that hubba is super rounded. It's not an easy hubba for people to skate anymore. He did half cab heel 5-0. Ridiculously insane tricks all in one day that he done banged out. He done banged those out real quick. You tell me, is it better to go back to a spot a couple times to get your clip, or is it just a matter of you skate so much and you've been skating non-stop that you're able to bang out tricks that consistently on a street spot, a hubba that is super crust? Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. So as we all remember, we've seen Nyjah's last clip is this 50-50 up and over this street rail that they made skatable, which is, you know, skating. You want to skate something, it's not skatable, you can make it skatable. One of Tyshawn's last tricks was a kickflip over the subway. They bondoed the ground there. You know, you gotta make it skatable. Is there a difference between Nyjah making a rail skatable and Tyshawn making his spot skatable? You let me know what you think about that. There's a lot of things to go over in here. It's all fun though, okay? When we objectively compare Tyshawn's 46 clips that he got all throughout 2022 in comparison to Nyjah's one video part from Nike's Need That. Nyjah has 22 lines in his video part and 62, giving Nyjah a grand total of 84 clips in his one video part. Tyshawn filmed 46 clips in all because this is only one of his video parts, and it's already double the amount of footage that Tyshawn put out. So that leads me to believe Nyjah should have won. I'll say it. I don't know if other people said, probably people should have said it. Landslide victory, ridiculous amount of footage, ridiculous tricks, amazing skateboarding. Definitely should have won SOTY. It's ridiculous that anybody else was even close to winning. If you like this video, let me know if you think that Tyshawn should have won, or Nyjah should have won, or maybe T-Funk, or maybe Louis Lopez. One of them. Maybe you wanted one of them to win. Leave a comment down below. I love you. I see you in another video soon. Okay, bye.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Merry December, Merry Christmas month. To help celebrate Christmas, I'm selling these shoelaces all December long for only $10. This is a huge hookup for you and the homies and some stocking stuffers. And to help Santa demonstrate how well these shoelaces are at not breaking while skateboarding, my nutcracker is hiding a little tool we're going to use. Come on over here, put them down here. I have a drill attached to a pole, attached to a sheet of grip tape with a weight tape suspended in midair. While you are wondering maybe what you should get the homies, maybe you should get them a pair of these shoelaces, because this is a lot of kick flipping situations going on, and you'll be able to skate forever with them. So make sure you go to extendedwear.com and get your homies some stocking stuffers today and some shoelaces, and they will skate way longer without having to deal with broken shoelaces. Just like this. Damn, it slid across like the whole piece of grip tape, huh? Santa's impressed. And you will be too.